Clark took over Chicago. She signed autographs for hours. This wasn't no extras that was paid to come stand in the scene. No, these were real people trying to get autographs.
She understands the responsibility of being the face of the league. And I don't necessarily know if she wants it, but she understands it.
Who the biggest superstar? I'm waiting.
Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't know how you could ever imagine, like, how can you compete with this? How, what, like, come on, just leave it alone, Angel. And this is why I'm saying you be making yourself look crazy, because in all actuality, there's no comparison between you.
You remember that cringe Reebok campaign, right? Come to your trap, take over your trap. Angel Reese's slogan during All-Star Weekend was supposed to be a power move. But here's what no one predicted. Caitlin Clark didn't just walk into Chicago. She set the whole city on fire while Reese vanished. And what happened next? A humiliation so brutal, you'd think it was scripted.
Because it looked like Caitlin Clark went to Chicago and took the city over. It looked like she took the city over.
People are showing up just to witness Caitlin Clark. It's like she's the damn Beatles.
Angel, pray up. Me bound Reese, I hope you listening. It looks like that line was for my precious CC. How she pulled up and...
Chicago was supposed to be Reese's kingdom. Instead, Clark rolled in like a rock star, injured, not even playing, and ignited pandemonium outside United Center. Streets pulsed with hundreds of fever jerseys as kids waved handmade signs and parents jostled for cell phone footage. For 20 relentless minutes, Clark signed everything. Jerseys, basketballs, even feverish toddlers' tiny shoes. Security strained against a swelling crowd as she moved down the barricades. Not rushed, not annoyed, but connecting with every wide-eyed fan. 200 signatures? Likely more. Each one a silent testament to organic stardom. And the Trap Queen documented as sidelined with back injury, but her absence felt louder than any slogan.
So Caitlin Clark is not playing the game. And like, by the way, like, people didn't know whether or not Caitlin was playing that game until the very end. There are hundreds of fans that were there to see Caitlin Clark play on the off chance Caitlin Clark would be able to sign something. She was there. She spent like 20 minutes autographing everything.
What happened to Miss Angel Reese? She's all in Indiana during All-Star, and her Reebok campaign, come to your trap, take over your trap.
While Clark turned the arena in trance into a carnival of adoration, Reese's only presence was digital, an Instagram story about mental reset days that fans met with skepticism in comments. Inside the stadium, the contrast sharpened. Sky faithful held Get Well Angel signs, while fever devotees roared at Clark's mere appearance on the Jumbotron. The energy didn't whisper takeover. It screamed revolution.
It's the real version of walking your trap and take over your trap. Look at this. Look at that.
Oh my God.
All them jerseys. I would hate Caitlin too. And I wasn't even aware. Wasn't this supposed to be Barbie night or something? Come on, Caitlin walked in and took over. And she didn't even play.
Let's talk about that mysterious back injury. Coincidentally timed during Clark's Chicago invasion, Reese's absence screamed insecurity. Medical staff confirmed the injury was legitimate, but the optics? Devastating. Fans whisper about the timing, vanishing right as Clark transformed the arena into a sea of fever jerseys. While Clark turned sidewalks into feverish conventions, Reese was ghostwriting her own downfall from the shadows.
Means when you walk into your trap and take over. She in your city. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I forgot about that tweet. I forgot about the tweet. Walk in your trap, take over your trap. I just realized that. I'm like, oh my God, there's no way they can.
Social media posts about overcoming adversity fell hollow when her rival was physically uplifting fans in her city. And the crowd? A 50-50 split, half sky blue, half fever red. For a home game, that's not just quiet support, it's a silent surrender. Teammates battle without their star. But the energy was fractured when your opponent's injured MVP draws louder cheers than your active roster. That's a psychological knockout.
Caitlin Clark spent 20 minutes signing autographs. She made her way 2/3 of the arena. She signed literally hundreds of autographs. She signed hundreds of autographs. And if you guys didn't see that game today, there were as many Fever fans as there were Sky.
Then came the real dagger. With Clark sidelined, Kelsey Mitchell detonated. 7 3-pointers, each swished louder than the last. 35 points carved up with surgical precision. She wasn't just scoring, she was dissecting Chicago's defense, slithering through screens like a viper striking prey.
7 for 10 from the 3-point line, off the start, 8 points quick. You knew, oh, Kelsey Mitchell's hot today. Oh, Kelsey Mitchell's hot today. This might be her game. Let's keep the hot hand in. Let's keep the hot hand going. Let's set her some big body screens, get her open. Kelsey Mitchell, she did it all. 7 for 10 from the 3-point line. She got to the rack. She got to the free throw line, carving up the defense, looking like a little snake, how she just slithers in and out of that defense. Kelsey Mitchell, salute to you.
This wasn't basketball. It was a masterclass in controlled demolition. Mitchell's 12 of 19 shooting exposed every crack in Sky's scheme. Closeouts too slow, rotations too late. Meanwhile, Aaliyah Boston imposed her will. 14 points, 11 rebounds, transforming the paint into her personal fortress. Every box out, every putback screamed dominance.
Cardoso running the floor, gets denied by Boston, returning the favor. Boston finds the cutter. It's Timpson who lays it in. That ends the 11-0 run. Here's Mitchell. Slips it in, wide open Boston. Tracks it back down. Off to Boston. Backdoor, Mitchell the cut, and the finish. Tough bucket from Kelsey Mitchell. Get Kelsey.
The final score, 93-78, lied. This was a 30-point humiliation disguised as a contest, all achieved without Clark even touching the hardwood. Chicago's all-star Marina Mabrey held to 4 of 14 shooting. That's not a matchup loss. That's systemic collapse under pressure. Reese's Reebok campaign now radiates tragic irony. Come to your trap, take over your trap. Clark achieved it effortlessly, not through slogans, but by existing. No force required, just gravitational star power.
Angel Reese, you need to stop trying to attach yourself to this girl at every turn because you cannot measure up. You don't have as many followers you have on Instagram. That is great. I will not take away from the fact that you are one of the bigger brands in the WNBA. You are a star in your own right, but you are not Caitlin Clark. It's a difference. It's a difference from De'Aaron Fox being at the All-Star game and Steph Curry being there. It's a difference. I'm sorry, it just is. You need to stop trying to attach yourself to this girl at every turn because she has officially come to your trap and taken over your trap. Look at all of the fans coming from all over.
While Reese's branding leaned into manufactured rivalries and social media sparring, Clark's authenticity required no filters. Her presence alone ignited fan frenzies that eclipsed Reebok's campaign, turning Chicago's United Center into a sea of fever jerseys during a Sky home game.
Real results. This is real life. Caitlin on a away game to somebody y'all think is on her level. She walks in and take over. And it's outstanding. I'm pretty sure it was more people there for Caitlin than it was for anybody on Chicago team. See, online, you would think that the person on the other side, the person on Chicago, could even come close to Caitlin. And when in reality,
the numbers crystallize the divide. Statistical dominance. Clark's record-shattering triple-doubles dwarf Reese's rebounding accolades. Commercial reality. Fever jersey sales dwarf league peers. While Reebok's campaign drew accusations of piggybacking on Clark's fame, with fans quipping Reese owes money to her rival for borrowed clout. Cultural impact. Arenas flip colors for Clark. Reese's marketing stunned drowned in silence. Even Reebok's leadership admitted the campaign's fatal flaw. Executives plotted to position Reese alongside Clark during matchups, tacitly acknowledging Clark's unrivaled draw. This wasn't merely hype backfiring. It was a strategic misfire proving that true greatness writes its own narrative.
I feel bad for Angel Reese at this point, and it has nothing to do with like how she's handled herself or anything. It's just simply Caitlin Clark is so much better than Angel Reese at basketball that it doesn't feel fair.
Yeah, I think Angel Reese is struggling with the fact that Caitlin Clark is better at her best thing than she is.
She's better at everything.
And
she had a triple-double. She's tied for the third most triple-doubles in WNBA history, and she's played 50 games.
Yeah.
As one fan bluntly observed, planning your marketing around someone else? That's just embarrassing. Clark's legacy needs no slogans. It breathes in every sold-out arena, every child's autographed jersey, and every opponent's conceded defeat. The Sky's downward spiral is quantified by 5 consecutive losses, each exposing deeper systemic flaws. Offensively, the team averages a league-worst 78.2 points per game during the skid, with stagnant ball movement, just 16 assists /game versus opponents 24+, and poor shooting efficiency, 31% from three-point range. Defensively, they hemorrhage points in transition, allow easy penetration into paint, and rank last in defensive rebounds, surrendering 42+ rebounds /game while securing only 35 of their own.
Here's Mitchell, who has 15 in the quarter and a season-high 6 made threes. Hull will fire and hit at the horn. Big finish to the third from Indiana.
These aren't isolated lapses. They reflect a roster with zero identity and fractured chemistry, leadership vacuum, and Reese's paradox. While Angel Reese's back injury is medically documented, her absence during pivotal games, including a high-stakes matchup against Caitlin Clark's fever, created a leadership void. The timing fueled skepticism, particularly as Reese's off-court endeavors surged. Her Reebok signature shoe launch, NBA 2K26 cover feature, and fashion collaborations dominated her public narrative. This contrast intensified scrutiny. As Coach Teresa Weatherspoon scrambled to adjust lineups, veterans like Marina Mabrey faltered of 14 shooting and 1 loss. And rookies lacked direction. The team's body language, slumped shoulders, miscommunicated switches, mirrored a squad losing belief.
Indiana run after Chicago had cut it to 2. Poked away by Timpson. There's the deflection. Off to the races. Timpson finishes strong, forcing a timeout from Chicago. A 9-0 Indiana run, and the lead is back to 11.
Michaela Timpson, the rookie, all season long, when she's gotten minutes here and there, has made the most of them. We've seen it on the offensive end. Then here, just getting her arms in the passing lane, the deflection, finishing a tough look.
Coaching and front office crossroads. Head coach Teresa Weatherspoon's stare into the abyss during recent timeouts underscores her untenable position, with the Sky releasing veteran guard Mariah Jefferson mid-skid, a move signaling desperation. The front office appears reactive rather than strategic. Management's vision remains opaque. Are they developing young talent like Reese and rookie Camila Cardoso, or chasing fleeting wins? This indecision permeates the court. Offensive sets default to isolation plays, while defensive schemes lack adaptability, e.g., failing to contain Kelsey Mitchell's 35-point explosion, fan exodus, and cultural malaise. The Sky's collapse transcends statistics. Home games at Wintrust Arena now feature audible boos and half-empty sections during fourth-quarter meltdowns. Worse, opposing stars like Clark draw louder cheers in Chicago than hometown players.
He lit them up. I mean, she was on fire. On fire. She couldn't miss. I mean, everything was in the flow of the offense. Effortless, man. We got to give love to Kelsey Mitchell. 12 of 19 from the floor, 7 of 10 from 3, 35 points. Straight stirring the pot. Stirring the pot. She was cooking their ass today. Kelsey Mitchell was on one. She was on one. She was a plus 25 for the game. The Chicago Sky are a flat-out joke. This team is
a psychological indictment of the franchise's fading relevance. Reese's Reebok campaign mantra, "Take over your trap," rings hollow as the team's commercial momentum stalls. While Reese's individual brand soars, the Sky's merchandise sales dip, revealing a disconnect between player stardom and team success. Path forward: rebuild or rebrand. The Sky's front office faces 2 options: embrace a full rebuild, trade veterans for draft capital, prioritize player development, and replicate Indiana's model of cultivating a cohesive young core. Leverage Reese's stardom strategically, build offensive sets around her rebounding dominance, 12.9 RPG, and pair her with a playmaking guard to optimize her interior presence. Why this isn't just a slump? Historical context. This is the Sky's longest losing streak since 2021, magnified by occurring during a playoff push. Comparative failure. Rivals like Indiana thrived despite injuries, e.g. Clark's absence, highlighting Chicago's lack of adaptability. Brand erosion, as Bill Simmons noted about Chicago's NBA team, assets become criminally misled when potential is squandered, a parallel applicable to the Sky. Chicago's unraveling is a cautionary tale. Marketing grit requires on-court proof. Without it, even superstars become spectators in their own city story. The uncomfortable truth radiates through every WNBA arena. Caitlin Clark didn't just surpass Angel Reese. She rewired the psychology of competition. Reese's relentless framing of a rivalry became her own trap. The harder she pushed the narrative, social media taunts, Reebok's trap campaign, pointed interviews, the wider the chasm between perception and reality grew. Imagine dedicating your brand to shadow boxing a ghost, only to realize the ghost is real and it's standing in your city, signing autographs for your fans. Reese's visible frustration during games, her forced smiles during pressers, the abrupt social media silences after losses. These aren't coincidences. They're symptoms of a competitor realizing the game has changed. Clark's calm dominance, triple-doubles delivered like casual check marks, exposed a brutal lesson. Greatness isn't shouted. It's demonstrated. The Fever Blueprint, Dynasty Foundations. Indiana's terror lies in its depth. This isn't Caitlin Clark and friends. It's a symphony of rising stars. Kelsey Mitchell's ascension. Her 35-point eruption wasn't a fluke. It was proof of a killer unleashed, a secondary option who'd be a franchise centerpiece anywhere else. Her ability to torch defenses without Clark drawing double teams reveals a terrifying versatility. Aaliyah Boston's reign. More than stats, 14 PTS/11 rep per game. It's her command. She anchors the defense, directs rotations, and punishes mismatches with the patience of a veteran. Paint touches aren't just opportunities. They're sentencing hearings for opponents. The silent assassins, Lexi Ho's lockdown defense. Erica Wheeler's playmaking poise. Temi Fagbenel's relentless energy. This roster isn't deep. It's bottomless. Culture talent. Watch their bench. Every player stands during timeouts. Every huddle pulses with collective focus. When Clark went down, they didn't panic. They elevated. That's not coaching. It's belief. A shared understanding. We win with you. We win without you. We win because we're the Fever. The manufactured versus. The authentic. A branding apocalypse. Reese's Reebok slogan, "Come to your trap," now echoes as tragic irony. Why? Clark took the trap by being seen, not screaming. Hundreds of autographs, photos with kids, arena shaking cheers in Chicago. No hashtags needed. Reese's hustle relies on controversy. Twitter fingers, viral moments, shoe deals. Clark's hustle, triple doubles, game winners, sold out road games, the metrics of truth, jersey sales. Clark's number 22 outsells the Sky's entire roster combined. Arena impact, 10+ Fever road games sold out months in advance. Media gravity, ESPN adjusts broadcast schedules for Clark's presence, not her points. Reese built a brand reacting to Clark. Clark built an empire ignoring Reese. The result? One is a cultural tsunami. The other is shouting into the wind. The House of Cards, exposed. Chicago's collapse isn't just Reese's story. It's a cautionary tale for the league. The super team mirage, stacking names Mabry, Cardoso, Reese, without chemistry is basketball malpractice. No set plays, defensive miscommunications, late game confusion, leadership void. When Reese exited, no teammate filled the emotional void. Not veterans, not coaches. The silence was deafening. The fatal flaw, you can't market grit when you hide from a fight. Reese's absence during Clark's Chicago invasion wasn't just physical, it was symbolic. The trap wasn't taken, it was surrendered. Dynasty dawn, Indiana's inevitability. Forget playoff contenders. Indiana's trajectory screams dynasty. Clark's legacy leverage. Her gravity bends defenses, creating wide open threes for Mitchell, lobs for Boston. She's the sun. The team orbits around her, yet thrives without her. Front office mastery, drafting Clark in Boston, trading for complementary shooters. This isn't luck. It's surgical team building. The fear factor. Opponents don't just game plan for Clark. They dread the second unit. They panic when Mitchell heats up. They crumble under Boston's glare. The final verdict. Clark didn't just break Reese. She broke the model. The era of hollow hype, forced rivalries, and empty slogans is over. Authenticity wins. Excellence wins. Culture wins. The Fever aren't chasing championships. They're architecting an era. And Reese, she's not a villain. She's a warning. In the new reality, you adapt or vanish. So where does Reese go from here? Same place her trap narrative went obscurity. Because real stars don't chase spotlights. They build them. And after today, the WNBA's hierarchy isn't just clear, it's carved in stone. If you see the difference between Clout and legacy, smash like, comment fever. If you're riding with the new era, subscribe because this revolution's just starting.